Ghana, do you think say Ghana has better cohesion among tribes? No. Every day, go to where there is poverty, you will see say to Kwakoso. Maybe other business areas, Canada, they are banning you might not be seeing things because diversity does. I'm from Africa, but go to places traditional areas, typical higher percentage of the indigenous in the town. You will see say tribal was near done normally misunderstanding it down. Because getting to understand people who they are, and is the only way to know them and to respect them and to be in better grounds with them. And Oka Sisala Meka Asante Tree. There's no way say you could school to share Brofono at the million in Cabo. No.
But beyond you bet me.
Okay. Then let's break it down. Why do you have countries in the world? If we are all one, why do you have countries in the world? Why don't you, after I say Ukokruma, now call Jumama, Opuma, I don't know if you be able to be uncle and Koda.
They say, Ubian say Hanami.
Exactly, that's the same way it is. But any day, no to feel cooking, it's a for no business. Exactly. So at every point in time, baby, I will and I will cook. You get it? You can't just say, I'll sorry, what you feel, then what dress, you can't do that, right? So, whenever I say there's difference it has always been there. Even in the families, differences. So, when you get to a point, when maybe differences, maybe there's a country A, there's also a country B. Almost differences. But when it comes to say, we want to do business, they have to collaborate and create a level grounds to do business.
Okay.
So you think Ghana cannot do business with China?
Can do business.
So if Ghana can do business with China, why do you think Asante cannot do business with Mampusi? Why must we even think that way? If Ghana can do business with Russia, why can't Asante do business with Fante? Or why can't Asante do business with Dagomba? It should be very simple. Because the difference between Asante and Dagomba, no, it is like 1% of the difference between Ghana and Russia. But Ghana and Russia are doing business. So anybody who will tell you, it will help a national cohesion, they are all lying. It doesn't do anything. It only destroys us.
Okay. But I don't think our problem is language.
You don't think our problem is language?
Yeah.
It is normal for you to think this way. But what do we say? Charity begins at home. Exactly. Every knowledge you know about this world, how do you get to know that language? How do you get to know that knowledge without a language? Tell me one knowledge you know that it is not bound to a language. Just tell one, only one thing you know. I know one knowledge. It has nothing to do with language.
Tell me because English, and a official language.
No, I'm asking you. Tell me one knowledge you know in this world that is not bound to a language. If it is bound to a language, it means how proficient you are to a language will determine how knowledgeable you are going to be.
Okay.
That's how it is. Because at the end of the day, whether it's going to be transferred, the knowledge is going to be transferred from one person to another, it's going to be through language. Whether you are going to be able to understand it yourself, the one who is receiving it, whether you're going to understand it and grasp it, it's also going to be the same thing, language. So we are all speaking English. My proficiency in English will be around maybe 40%.
Okay.
And then you expect me to impact somebody. Me, in Brofono, Brofono, go school to the highest level, no. Or proficiency no 50% go MD. Send I want to know what be. I could share them there to be. I could show. Nimdiano by then, you sanka because Nimdiano it goes with language. Language is a law. So laws, so every law be no break here. Then the word punishment to a tree. If you are here now in himself language, a law. Near say break here language now. Then punishment you should not complain. People will suffer. Yes, that's how it is. People will suffer because the knowledge will be distancing itself from the people. without the knowledge, you know, people cannot actually do anything. Independent without knowledge. The knowledge, you know, train home, any department tell me at it. Then the automatically, you know, you're quite experienced, you know. A back of camera, yes, you are saying, you know. Let me go to years back. Let's say maybe 400 years ago. That's a long time. 400 years ago. You know what? One amazing thing that was happening then. One amazing thing was that, you know, in every home there was a nurse. In every home there was a lawyer.
400 years ago.
Yes, every home, every family you go.
Nurse.
There's a nurse. There's a doctor. There's a lawyer. 400 years ago, Oba, there's no problem. Every time Oba, there's no problem. There's nothing like you have to go to somebody and say what you want. No. Oba, 400 years ago, Oyakra, now Pia Bonti, Oko Fum, Oko Baby, Oko your only thing you have to do is to make sure you get back to home. You get back home. That's the only thing you get to do. So home now, home in the area, and yet automatically and then hospital. No. So I don't know hospital. There, how many? When the doctors in this, no. 400 years ago, when it comes to settlement of case, every case it is settled at home. Case in society, and never do fear no other. And on a dimusa between and then also there's a term will be on Asemko police station, say, focus if you invite by insanity. Assembly about get back home, assembly will be settled. Because home will be our judges will be our home. So every home has had everything. So that's one amazing. Because in there, pure knowledge, organic knowledge. Okay. For example, like we have activated charcoal. Are you guys aware?
Yeah.
Activated charcoal. Now they are adding it to our toothpaste. Okay, say if you find a buy. That's exactly what we were using. We were using it firstly. You use charcoal. Anybody, you know, and they did this.
And you say because almost machine a drone near you and you did be a kill.
Well, it's the same thing. How did they get to know say BDA some charcoal or something also different? We used it. So what kind of laboratory they use? Laboratory they use we say charcoal. What did you see? Eboa. How do you get to know? Say aduane essaya and I say aduane say enya. What the charcoal tuma because I say aduane no be na that time kwa na aduane aka no. Eya say what the charcoal tuma. It gets it back to fresh.
Certainly sustainable.
What made that was 500. This kind of organic knowledge when 50 years ago, I said, 400 years ago, those who are so laboratory no use. That's how amazing it was. Laboratory test case better no more and motivate testing no one say this can do this. How did they get to know say charcoal can like dilute poison or charcoal can like take poison out of something. Or me don't mean so charcoal to me poison free. So that's one amazing thing. And that time no knowledge in there like pass it from one person to another through what? It's the language.
Language
into what?
You okay, your boy bra.
No, it's the same thing. Language, you know. Nimdena una nebinya here. Say otifie na o akra ebewa. Oh, the answer penny ofie. Unya nyima. Obetima we ebeti okra e faso woni san mani nyina. Language dey chiro. Ya chiro so
language.
Of course, we know. Ya chiro so what say to the core.
Yes.
So to the core. It's case not say. Do e dey chiro be what say to the core. Now no. English. Every English I know is English I can translate to Twi. If I cannot translate it, I don't know.
Okay. Of course, I want to be from our castle.
So that's how amazing it is. So your mind will always be battling whenever you are speaking English because you are translating. It's not a language. So there are some people. Kasa no mo can every day then subconscious na afa. Say your consciousness a dozen. We have the ones that one kasa no we are aware of, and the ones that we repetition a cow. Na be subconscious. Sa ti no be couple of say but already or kind of failure. And yet also a genius at the corner translation and what translates just your computer your case memory the same thing. Computer or history or browser crowd the browser history. Sometimes I did always out type and know the amount because echo search for something. The same thing I do here the same way. It's any magic. But at the end of the day, the original language is still there.
Okay.
That's how it is. Your programming language they play on about computer. But programming language ben and a computer didn't translate it and sana it me edit. Sabe pen and pass. So then, why don't you use the original language?
It is said ye na me kai. Say ye yusu ye kasa. Enfaso dien ben pa na hwe aga na bit me dia bre we said if say ye cup of kasa. Ye drop se a. Insusu so ben ye beku. And na bas ye yusu ye kasa so enfaso dien ben ye.
Okay, a detail. Well, my main touch on problems are a bit media ban. Okay. So problems a bit media ban is the moment you better drop English language now. Your education and your school system or man almost supporting. They will stop.
I didn't hear.
Well, in the past, workforce, I don't want to use the word slave.
Okay.
But workforce now, here from Africa. If you're Africa, you have to be trained.
Wait a minute, not to say still and one echo so young.
Of course, so be away. Of course, I will be away.
Now, you, boy, and command ye dear between ya will be soon. Let us say, send your name in me, can one say. Or do say my bear doctor, yes, you name a doctor movie.
Of course.
I didn't hear.
You're not doctor for Ghanaian.
No.
Doctors in Ghana prescribe paracetamol. Is paracetamol originated from Ghana?
Debbie, if you baby,
what is paracetamol for?
Say, okay, so
it's for pains, right? Okay. Are you telling me you don't have painkiller in Ghana? That is indigenous. We have now. Titifono na adie e be say killing na e be say twa e ya so from mapima how can say na omo ni bi omo yisu
omo eye komo kra
Joan in 2023 Dr. Bia prescribed paracetamol.
Internet say metiwase
Every doctor prescribe paracetamol country be nenya for so free Ghana
Debbie
of course
o man e kokere free so the
of course paracetamol no obi holding the patent right to paracetamol so anytime be a doctor be able prescribe a drama obi that doctor no or make country be rich
or more man be akoso